Hello everyone and welcome back. So I had a pretty fun battle here at Yamasaki Choke Point. I decided it was a time for a fire rocket renaissance. Now against good players, siege units don't tend to be that good because they're so easy to nullify, but I've been trying them out recently and I've had some mixed success. Sometimes it's terrible, sometimes it's pretty good. So anyway, like I said, we're at Yamasaki Choke Point. Now, I don't exactly know the mechanics of how the matchmaking system works. Um, if the host can choose the map or if it's random, I don't actually know. If you do, please tell me. But I've kind of noticed that it must be somebody choosing it, I think, because every map recently, it seems like the map always benefits the enemy's army. And that's really true here. We have an army with no cavalry. This is all sort of spears, bulletproof samurai. There are two heroes, a Yari hero, a Tetsubo warrior monk hero, a marathon monk, and only one bow. It's just tailor-made for a map like this where there's this little choke point here in the middle. And he's just going to put his army like right here and be basically a big box that's nearly impenetrable. Unfortunately for him, that's going to play right into the hands of my fire rockets. Now, of course, I'm doing a katana core. 6 katana samurai. I've got 4 Yari Ashigaru. The fire rocket, like I said. No bows. Fire rocket kind of taking that role on himself. Well, that is pretty dangerous. I always feel really naked when I don't have any bows because then I'm totally in danger of getting overwhelmed by his. And in fact, take that back. He has 2. He has a bow warrior monk and a Daikyu samurai. Daikyu samurai are very scary. I'll talk about it in a minute. Also, 3 katana cavalry. 2 on one side, 1 on the other, trying to capture these buildings, give me as much of an advantage as possible in this battle where I'm going to have to walk into a choke point. So let's get started. Now, anyway, I want to make a quick note on the Daikyu Samurai. Very high-level bow units are extremely good. Bow units get exponentially better the higher rank they get. Vanilla bow units suck. They are really bad. They can barely kill anything. When you get them up to like rank 9 or so, they get really, really good. And I mean, I was doing a battle at, I don't remember where it was. It was some map with a choke point, of course. But this one Daikyu Samurai annihilated 2 of my Nodachis before they even closed the line. Completely annihilated, shooting a volley about every 2 seconds. It's pretty insane. Why is Fraps going so slow? I'm going to restart it. I haven't turned down the video settings. See, it's smooth now. And they'll get really laggy. Anyway, let's talk about the battle. So, like I said, tailor-made for an army like this. He's going to move into this sort of choke point area and fight in a very compact area where I have basically no room to maneuver. He's going to nullify a lot of my cavalry. Look at all these spears he has. That alone will kind of nullify my cavalry, but in the small space too, I'm going to have basically no room to maneuver. And this is going to be what I call a general race, a battle where both sides are going to be hammering the other team's general, trying to kill him first. They're usually pretty exciting, not terribly micro-heavy or strategy-heavy, but they're fun. Anyway, dismounting one of my katana cavalry over here to get the shrine, moving the rest over to take the other building. That's when my fire rocket starts shooting at his general, hiding them in the forest, of course. You always want to try and hide those until they're ready to fire, take your opponent completely by surprise. They're going to be out in the open, but he has no cavalry to counter with that, so I'm not going to worry about losing him. Now, this will come to as a shock to a lot of you. I've just sort of decided recently that the melee general just isn't worth it. The leadership general is just so good. A good leadership general will just destroy a melee general pretty much every time because you can't get around to hit the leadership general, and if you do, they're still good enough to not die, and it's just ridiculous. But I am leadership general now, half leader, well, mostly leadership, but I also have some bow ranks too. Which actually are very good at mowing down the general once you get the armor penetration. But anyway, look at my fire rockets here, making a nice job of shooting at his general and putting him under pressure. He's going to start shooting at mine as well. I'm putting him in a stand and fight almost immediately, and our lines are going to meet. Now, I have a pretty big advantage in the melee in the fact that I have mostly katanas and he has mostly yaris, so that will be very good for me. But he does have those heroes. The Tetsubo warrior monk hero is insane. They just cut through everything. So it's definitely not one just because I have more swords and he has mostly spears. Pretty standard engagement. I figure with the spears I can just pretty much straight up hold him down with the katanas and cut him down. Meanwhile, my cavalry is going to try and flank around here while we have the general race going. And now look at these bows just completely tearing my general apart down to 3 men. He's going to shatter here, and there he goes. My general goes down first. And I didn't get a rally off either, which was pretty bad for me at this point, but my numbers are still doing good, and we are winning the melee fight, so I'm not terribly worried. Trying to get my cavalry to slip through the gap to try and kill this guy's general. The fire rockets are still shooting, but I haven't killed the general yet. I actually had a lucky shot with a hand mortar in a battle, and I killed the general in the first volley. It was really funny. I really want to try and develop the hand mortars. Seems like they have a lot of potential. But my katana cavalry does get through and take out the enemy's general. So the general race is over. He did win it, but I'm going to take out his general in short order as well. So there he goes. The general is gone. Neither of our generals died. That's a pretty important fact to realize. There's a certain morale shock to the general dying, but if he just retreats, it's not as bad. So that's why we're standing and fighting pretty well. This is going to be a grinded out melee match. My spears with absolutely no cavalry to defend against are going to start moving up in the melee battle too. Basically no room to maneuver, like I've said many times in this battle, with this ridge right here. You have to either attack straight on or go all the way around to the back. So I'm just going to have to push my spears right at the middle and just hope that I can kill him fast enough. Another wave of cavalry is coming around for my katanas. The shrine is... I don't think it's actually captured yet. Yeah, it's not captured yet even. Oh, no, it just did. So he's going to be mounting up. There he goes, and is going to be rejoining the battle as well. Now here comes the war cry, which really scared me. I've seen some crazy stuff with the war cry, but still holding pretty strong. This is just going to be a nice little grinded out, just a fun battle watching the cool engine just do its thing. Swarm of Yari Ashigaru are coming in for round 2 to form the support. There's the Tetsuba Warrior Monk hero. Those guys are nuts. Those big ass clubs they have. I mean, seriously, they are hard to kill and they mow through everything. But anyway, Teal's force is now starting to rout, or at least waver, so it's looking pretty good for me right now. My last Katana Cavalry is coming around to finish off this battle as well. Now at this point I think I pretty much have the battle won. But with those heroes there, they provide morale to the enemy, especially the fact that since he has mostly Yari Samurai, and they are veterans too. Veteran Yari Samurai can do quite good even against katanas. But he has that Yari hero. Where is he at? I think he's actually right in the thick of things over here. No, there he is. Oh, this replay totally got corrupted because he's supposed to be over here, I think. Yeah, he totally was because my cavalry hit him right there. But oh well, it's not like it was that bad because it was pretty much just a melee mass going here. Fire rockets are shooting into there too. Just trying to rout them before we get routed. The general race always makes things exciting. You never know who's going to rout first. Even if it looks like you're winning, if your general's gone, you never know what can happen. Everybody's getting the artillery attack debuff as well, not just the enemy. As you can see under my banner, it says concerned under artillery attack. So I'm getting some wavering too, as we're just going to try and finish this battle. Yeah, it's corrupted. Look at my Katana Cavalry actually doing halfway decent against these Yari Samurai, even though it's corrupted. There we go. A lot of shattering there, and that was supposedly the end of the battle, even though it wasn't, but... oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody.